Welcome to Bloodlines and Bottom Lines, where we may be family, but we don't always agree. I am DJ. I am the baby cousin.
I'm Latifah, the little sister.
And I'm Ife the Big Sis, aka the Zillennial. All right, so we're getting into this Housewives of Atlanta episode 9. And so, again, we pick up where we left off, which is at the table. So you had the conversation that was going on between Porsha and Kay, and Kelly kind of chimes in and says, "Oh yeah, because Portia be effing all the Nigerians in Atlanta, and she's right beside her, and she got her glass, and she's doing like this." But I did notice that Portia was doing this before she started doing her glass like this, and then more fingers was pointing. And so we get up from the table, and there's some suggestion that she done slept with some pastor on the plane, and she's like trying to stand 10 toes down on. She's sleeping with this married pastor, and she don't care about families. So while Messy Angela was like in the midst of the chaos, so you see the two factions separate off, right? We talked about them clicking up. The one click goes this way, and the other click goes that way. Here goes talking about in the midst of the chaos. Well, who is he? And then in her
Just
confessional, she
nosy.
was like, Portia don't know who it is either. I thought that was funny. Like, yeah, it is given. Do you know who it is? Because we know it's not Jamal Bryant, because he wouldn't be considered a Nigerian pastor that I'm aware of. So I said, well, good. His name is cleared in my book.
The
Do y'all
story
know
keep
who?
changing. The story keep changing. She don't even know. She keep trying to say like this happened and that happened and she heard it from this place and they did it here and they did it there. Like the story keep changing. So it's given Portia's lying. And in her history, Portia has lied on people saying it and slept with people and it didn't happen. So I mean, it's given she lying.
It is, yeah, because wasn't at first it was some weekend that happened, and it was gave hotel room, and he done called somebody right after and told them the business, and then now it's on the plane, and I was just like, why would she be with somebody who's so messy? Like Kelly was real mad. But like she said, I might be 5 feet tall, but I guess 6'7" energy. I said, ooh, not 6'7". She come to Shaq with it. I was like, oh shit. She was like, you don't want to fuck with this one. I said, ooh. But yeah, that thing was just a wagon and in people's faces, and I was just like, we haven't seen her that upset. And then it seemed like when she came to the table, man, I remember she was a little tearful for the event before she kind of got there. But I guess
Yeah.
it was from the pressure, because I was like, well, what was she so mad at anyway? But it seems like it was from the pressure of financial pressure. I think that's why that conversation about child support was coming up, was because she's kind of feeling the strain of her financial responsibilities. And so she's noticing she was needing some help. But while in the middle of her going off and them trying to quell her, they said she was like chest up and nipples out. I ain't never heard that phrase before. Have y'all? Oh.
No.
I said chest up and nipples out. What the hell? I ain't never heard nothing. But then I was like, I love my black people. Okay, I love black women in particular, because we will take something and be like, yes, they're talking about, and you got good nipples too. What? And so she just started laughing in the middle of it. And girl, you doing it. Them nipples staying up, right? Like, what? We're talking about her nipples right now? I just was like, okay. That part was different, but Kate Michelle's the whole time, face the whole time. I was like, she is like feeling Kelly's pain. Did y'all notice Kate Michelle's face?
I did see her face, but I'm
I
sure
did.
she knows every detail, because they
Yeah.
are so close, that group of
Yeah.
ladies. So I'm sure she knows a little
Very.
more, and not being able to film with all her kids, and then them feeling some type of way
Sure.
like, hey, like what we do, like we ain't worthy of the camera getting that. Like, so
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Definitely when that part was shared later, I was like, yeah, that is true. Because part of me was like, well, why is that so upsetting that she can't film with her kids? Because I'm sure she not necessarily want them to be on TV. But another part was like, well, that is obviously part of your real life. So now you're telling me on the reality TV show that I can't use a big part of my actual reality, which
Yeah.
is me and these kids. I was like, I mean, I can see where that certainly is definitely challenging. But yeah, I was like, it's giving empath. I was like, I didn't know, okay, it's the empath, but her face was just like I'm hurting with you. I just wondered that. But then in the confessional, um, hey Michelle, you could tell is not feeling Drew. So she talking about she got the hump face. When I heard that, I said the
I
hump face.
laugh.
What's that talking about? She got hump. You asked her, she got hump.
But she do
And they said
though.
her hump face.
Cause
She
she
what she said? I
do.
said she do have a lot of different. She
Her face
definitely
always
does.
looking like
And then was like, and
what?
ain't want no rewards with her hump face. She need to change it up. I said, oh, the shade is real out here. She won't play, but that's true though.
She always looking
And
lost
she
all
do
the
both.
time. Like you know what you said.
She do. Huh?
Always
I
confused.
said, huh? I said, what the hell she talking about? I said, and then she said, but she all she wanted was a man in the basement with his taco meat. I said, okay, you got the jokes this week. All right now. All right. So then Angela said in her confessional, like, I just want to side with who's right. Because she had had some alone time with, I think, K. Michelle. I can't remember who she had tried to spend some one on one time with. But then my thought was, well, who was right, though, in the situation? So who y'all think is right when since Angela wants to side with who's right? And I guess in between this K. Michelle and Porsha situation. And I was like, but who is right
Angela was
in the
just trying to
situation?
straddle the fence because she just trying to be a bone carrier like she been doing. That we ain't gonna go
Seriously.
who's right and who's wrong in this situation. You just trying to be on both sides. Let's cut the shit now, Angela.
That's right. You need to cut it. Okay. Then so I said, Kay's not going to do the confrontation. Oh, yeah, because I think this is when Portia was like, well, I don't understand why she didn't just like call my phone and come to me. And I was like, if you setting me up in public, I'm not going to confront you in private. You doing it in
Right.
public, I'm going to confront you in public. So I was like, why would she do it in private? And so Portia mad. I was like, she not playing. But she was mad that Kay wasn't playing the game right. Like, you supposed to like come to me so like we can scheme up and I could tell you that won't record what Kay was trying to do. Like, no, I'm not I'm not part of these plans that it seems like y'all are trying to put out here and say things about me. And I was a little disappointed person a little later in the episode when they get to like kind of the nooks and crannies of the whole setup. And I was like, oh, that's not what I thought she was given at first. So I don't know if she just hasn't laid all the cards out yet or what. If she's kind of like making them feel like everything's fine and then later I'm gonna really put you on blast, or if it really wasn't all that I feel she was given 2 weeks ago when you was crying and like seeming like you was real upset about it. So that was it for me. Did y'all feel like that too? Like,
It was a little
well, what you
funky, but
saying doesn't, I don't know, it wasn't feeling a setup.
it was a little funky at first. Like, listen, I'm like, that don't even make sense. But then I'm also looking at it like as stuff is coming out in the blogs, I feel like it's more to it. And I feel like K Michelle is figuring out stuff as it's going along. So she be like in the moment, all right, I feel a way, and then I guess I can forgive you
Hmm.
in this moment, and then more stuff comes out. It's what it's giving.
No, yeah, I just was like, yeah, it wasn't, I felt like it was giving too much energy. And then so they moved on to Shamia, and so Shamia, I want to say, was explaining to her family like, yeah, so they're trying to blame me about Kay's issue, but I didn't feel like they were still trying to blame Shamia. It was like one person who said it. Do you feel like anybody else was carrying that on? Like, no, Shamia's who said it, or you feel like she was kind of dramatizing her
No, I do
experience?
feel like the girls are trying to put everything on Shamia. because her and Porsha used to be friends, like the whole Nigerian comment, I'm sure they all felt some type of way because they think it came from Shamia, as if we haven't seen past seasons. And it's like, yeah, well, girl, look, y'all all had a thing for Nigerian. Kenya was messing with a Nigerian, like y'all was all on the Nigerian train.
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, y'all are trying to put that on
True.
Shamia. Like, not everybody, but
Yeah.
just when they were sitting there like,
Okay.
oh, it must be coming from Shamia. Everything doesn't have to come from Shamia. Like,
Got you.
Atlanta is not that big. Everybody, I'm sure, is talking about stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
I could feel Shamia. I personally don't feel like she's doing that. Like, cause I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. She might have said something, but
Yeah.
we haven't seen her talking to Keli and or anybody else or saying anything about Porsha. Even when this stuff happened in Texas, she said, you know, those are Keli words,
Yeah.
not me. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That is true.
So her
That
feelings are
is true.
valid.
I would agree with that. Okay. So for DJ, she explained the 4 embryos and what had happened so far. She said two were tried in her body. Shadina, who was the surrogate for the baby girl, had tried for Shiloh, had tried one, and then the girl took, which is Shiloh, and then the last surrogate that didn't take. So she gave more context to it, but it sounds like two part of her hesitancy, besides, kind of letting her husband down, if you will, was that Shiloh's condition. She was like, she might be my baby forever. So it sounds like it is more to her conditions than it than I thought it was. And because parenting a
Yeah.
kid with special needs, I was like, it definitely takes a different level of parenting. I mean, it helps that they have money because everything that Shiloh's had to have has looked expensive. It looks like she's had a lot of time in the hospital and private hospitals and like specialty care and more importantly, like you would need, if nothing else, the time freedom to be able to attend all the appointments and everything that are necessary to care for a child who has this many needs. And so I could see what it's like. Yeah, I want to give my husband this child, but kind of a little bit like you're talking about DJ. Like, do we really? Do we want to go at this fifth on tape? Like, how much extra we really want to do? Because who's to say we might not end up with another baby who has special needs? And one is already hard. We want to have two. So
Yeah, but I don't think you should
definitely
go
that's
into
their
it with that
decision.
mindset either.
True.
As far as
I think
thinking
that's
that,
Yeah,
just her
but
well, my next
fear.
child might be having some issues. Like, you can't go into it if this is what you really want. Like, girl, where's the baby? Like, you
Yeah.
had your first pregnancy, you had her healthy, she's fine, you had a beautiful baby girl. Like,
Mhm.
things happen, you know. So, but
True.
I'm just like, girl, don't go into it thinking that the next child gonna be with you for life. Like, so
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm sure
yeah,
she was
but
saying that for the next child. I think she's just scared.
that's hard to not
yeah.
think to not have that thought process after you're still going through with the one baby and then talk about we're gonna try to do this again and it's a possibility. It may not take. Two, if it take, it might halfway take, and then we got all these issues. And then it's just like that's a lot because she done went through the line of how many times it didn't
Yeah.
take versus how many times it did take. I'm like, all right, now, how much money do we really got for real to keep doing this? And then if it take, and then we got the other issues plus the other baby that we still got to keep, you know, spending money in. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
But y'all knew that
I mean,
going
money
into this.
definitely is
If
not
you
a
are willing
factor.
to want to give him another child, then you need to have the faith that this child will be fine.
I don't
Not,
feel
oh, I
like
want
she
to give it
doesn't
to him,
have
but my
the
child
faith.
might have special needs. Like, no, you can't have it both ways. If you want to have another child, you need to go into it knowing that, hey, I have one child that has some problems. I might have another. Like, that's all the shit that I feel like they should be thinking about if you are trying to have another kid. You said you went to it, y'all wanted 2 boys, 2 girls. Like, if you're gonna
Yeah,
keep trying, like, you
I
need to
that
think
is
have the
he
true.
faith. This
want
is
the
your
two
life.
boys and two girls. I don't think she don't want all the kids for real. he want them kids, and because I
No,
love you so
I
much,
really
I
think that
want to
she
give them to
did.
you. But do she want them? I don't know.
She did go
It
with
don't matter if she
wanting,
wanted.
but I
She married
think,
him. You married him.
yeah,
You knew what he
I think
wanted.
she did want though.
Like so. Like you're a stay-at-home mom pretty much. You're living a life right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if that's what the life you want
Yeah,
to live, you need to give your husband what he needs or what he wants. Period. Because you ain't out here really doing nothing.
yeah,
So before you married him, I'm
yeah.
sure y'all discussed that. Like
And that's what
if
she
it
said.
doesn't
She
work,
said
it
before
doesn't
we
work.
got
Like her mom said,
married.
that's God's will. But no.
Yeah, that's true.
If you
Yeah,
want
I
this,
mean,
then
I
go through
definitely
with
would
it.
go in with prayers up. But I think it is being realistic to have in the back of your mind, like, being prepared that there's, potential we can have two, but going in with the prayer that, Lord, let this baby take and let this it be your will that we have a healthy baby boy that comes into this world. Because just a healthy newborn with a special needs 2 or 3 year old and a 5 or 6 year old, I'm not sure how old the oldest baby is that's a lot anyway, because that would be three under like 6.
Yeah, that's a
So
lot.
yeah,
That's
if
crazy.
two of them, it's like if 2 of them have special needs, like what you're just gonna stay in the doctor's office. But fingers crossed that don't happen. Prayers up that they get a healthy baby boy out of this last surrogacy. So we shall see. So next up, we meet Keli in the dentist's office, and she's getting her teeth done. But I don't remember her teeth looking crazy, but it could be that she wasn't like, some people know how to disguise their smile, right? And like when they smile, it's like and not showing it. But $70,000 on teeth. Did that sound crazy to y'all?
No, because
No. 70?
my ex has had is going through that right now, where in like his whole front of his mouth is knocked out. And that surgery is expensive. Going from the doing the screw in, because he's getting the implants, so they had to drill in his mouth, and then once they got the drill in, they got to put the screws up there. And then once you put the screws up there, then you got to actually have the actual teeth to screw in the mouth. It's expensive. It's expensive. That sounds about right. If you get a whole mouthful.
70,000 is absolutely crazy. Mm. And why
Yeah,
her
they got
divorce
it.
cost $200,000? Well, I was like, what is this money? Why is everything that's crazy, these amounts? Why is it costing that much? They are astronomical. 70,000. I'd be like, I guess we're keeping this smile God gave me. 70,000? I just thought that was too much. But I was like, it was nice that Jarvis was introduced. I thought it was cool that apparently Shamia is who hooked her up with her Jarvis. And she said, I'm gonna get her somebody who got a little quaint. So and those flowers in the chain were nice and cute. What did y'all think? Was it nice or cheesy?
I thought it was cute.
It
I
was
like cheesy
cute.
shit.
I thought it was cute.
And I like cheesy. But you love that chain with the kiddos on it.
That was cute.
It really was cute.
It was.
Because she was gonna cherish that. Like I might not wear it out in public per se, but this is gonna be like something that's definitely a sentimental and important gift. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, when she had the meeting where she sat down and apologized for like, getting a little hype with Porsha and Phaedra's house. And she was like, so are you gonna show? She seemed happy. And she was like, yeah, I got a new man. Would you be hiding your man from these cameras too? Or would you flaunt him
Yes,
like
I would.
Porsha for
And
everyone to
yes,
see?
and would.
Yes, most
That's it.
definitely.
I thought I would. Y'all can't see who it is. We can have a decoy named Jarvis or Tony or whatever. Yeah, y'all don't need to know because I would say just wait till y'all all the way married for like 2 years before you introduce him too. Like not even fresh marriage.
Hey,
Be solid in that thing because people get come on here and get divorced.
Hell, the
So
way Porsche
especially
be
this
be
show.
threatening to sleep with people husbands, that I'm good. We don't need you don't need to know who my man is.
At all. All right. Now we have moved on, and Drew is having a whole team meet. Why you got 20 people?
No, seriously, because you can't afford a house, but you got two teams. We got personal team and a business team. What?
And they
That
ain't
part.
doing
Girl,
right.
you cannot business. So, but the hairstylist was doing a lot, but the driver slash assistant was doing even more. And I just was like, oh, this team is just doing too much. They stressing me out. But why did she have two, really three assistants is what it sounded like. Because the driver said he was slash
Like, what are you
assistant.
doing?
It was the old dude who's family friend slash assistant. And then you have the stylist saying, well, I be doing assistant stuff. What?
You know, I'm gonna have to look up her IMB or whatever it's called because I'm like, is Drew working like that to need all these
No.
people? Seriously.
Well, apparently, according to K. Michelle, she got some shows on Tubi and some
And you know,
movies
I
on
don't
there.
have an issue with Tubi. I have
Uh-huh.
watched some okay stuff on Tubi,
Me
but
too.
I ain't seen nothing pop up yet with Drew
You're
on the
right.
post.
I've been saying
Like,
no with you
not even
either.
trying to be funny. And I watched some local Detroit stuff. You know, like
Mm.
what is it called? The Dirty D. What's this decent?
Oh yeah, that's my
You know,
show.
I watched some. Yeah, and I'm like, I've seen some decent stuff on there now, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, I haven't seen you featured on any poster on Tubi. Like,
Not enough to
I
be
know, but
paying
her
that
telling
much to
she's
pay a whole
working,
team
she's
like
getting
that.
her bag. She claims she's getting her bag, y'all. I don't know what she's
oh,
doing to
so
get
all the
it.
money is going to your team,
Got to be.
apparently. Because it's just like, you know, you begging to stay in the house with Wow. But you got a team of 15 people. Not 15 for real, but damn near 10. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why you got an assistant, another assistant, a hairstylist, somebody for makeup? What are you doing, Drew?
PR.
You doing some lives we
It
don't know
was,
about? Like, what are you doing that you
yeah.
need all these people around you?
I don't know. It was too many. And I was like, several people seem like they need to get fired after that piece of that meeting I seen. Mm-mm. Or you just can do like a event rate. Like I'm just gonna keep you on staff. When I have events here, you can come in and do that. Something else, because the plan you got ain't working. You saying it's confusion. People that actually got the fighting. What?
The makeup
So
artist, the
then the
hairstylist, the
next,
assistant, all of them was doing too much for me. All of them.
all of them. Because who was the guy who had that? Well, two people had the black and white shirt. There's one with the
That was
black
the
and white
makeup
shirt. He was
artist.
sitting
No,
on
no,
the
no,
stool. He
no. That
kind
was
of
the
chimed
assistant.
in.
The bigger guy with the black and
Was
white
the
was the
driver.
assistant. Yes, that's an assistant. Then it was a guy, the light skinned looking dude. That was the hairstylist. And then it was the
I know.
makeup artist that was chiming into it too.
The makeup artist. Okay, I couldn't remember who was who. But yeah, definitely the first assistant was talking about her wig be lifted. And I'm like, "Ooh, not you talking about your boss right there in front of her. Like, you should have told her at the time that it happened if you thought her wig was lifting up or whatever the case
You
was,
can
or
tell he was
told
the issue.
the other part of the team, like, hey, you might need to take that down a little more. And I was just like, oh, the shade of it all. And just sitting there, she about to cry. Girl, you fired. We done.
As
You
if they
paying the
probably
people.
ain't all came to her personally about stuff. That's why I'm like, you're acting in every scene, Drew. Because you're not acting anywhere
And
else.
not that well.
Like,
So then the next scene, they move on and they're going to the restaurant where your girl Cynthia Tifa was there. And we also had Porsha, K. Michelle, and Pinky. So my first thing was, as per usual, nobody got the memo where they was going. I felt because we had different outfits. I said it's too much side boob for Pinky. I need her to put some of the cakes on or something. It was too much going on. It overall was cute because it was pink, but I was like, it's too much. Then K. Michelle's side boob looked good on the inside, but she was getting a little lopsided. So I was like, what is happening here? And then Portia, the bottom of that dress, I thought it looked like a shower curtain, like the little plastic liner part.
I
It
saw that.
looked
I
cheap.
was like
I
looking
didn't
at that
like
like,
it.
what is that?
I said, what? And then Cynthia got a cardigan on. Where y'all are now going to the same lunch. What's happening here? I just was like, and then it storms outside. I'm surprised the conversation went well because it was given an ominous tone. But what y'all thought about them outfits? Did you like them?
I like Portia's hair.
Well, I love Pink. I didn't mind Pinky's outfit.
You
I
like
was
pink?
looking at Portia's outfit like, what? Why you ain't never like, what's going on? Because you look like you ready to go to the club or something.
Yeah, it was given that. She needed to go somewhere where it's a little dark because I said, what? I don't like this. I know I like the ones where it's sheer at the bottom, but whatever fabric or whatever that coloring was, I was like, no, it's looking cheap. I don't like it. It wasn't the right color mesh or what tool. I don't know what it was. It wasn't working for me. I then they have their conversation. That was where I was shocked. I was like, oh, so pretty much you're saying it wasn't really Porsha, that Porsha was in cahoots with Drew. So that's why I was surprised, like, oh, is this where the conversation's going? But I also feel like Kay said in her confessional, like, I ain't gonna fight that big bitch. I'ma just let sleeping dogs lie, and we're just gonna let the dust settle. If she said she'll do it, then we're just gonna let it be for now, unless, like you said, unless something else come up. So did she kind of punk out a little bit, or you feel like she's just playing her cards just right, or what do you think about that?
I don't feel like no resolution happened, honestly. I feel like Kay wants to be cool with it to kind of keep the peace, but you still feel some type of way, and you're entitled to that.
Yeah.
But before this happened, and when Cynthia had met up with Pinky, and Cynthia met up with Pinky and Angela, and was like, "Well, I'm putting it on y'all to get them together." Like, why does it need to be on? Everybody is fucking grown. I do feel like everyone needs to have one-on-one. We don't need to keep having team A, team B. If it's an issue, y'all are grown ass women. Y'all need to talk to each other about it. And let's get to the bottom of it. Seriously. Because right now I'm getting fucking bored. I was just like, it's a lot of beef for no reason. A lot of what I know, but you don't have no proof. It's 2026. This day and age, you need proof. And you need to put a fucking name on it. I don't want to hear that, oh, he's famous. And put a name on it. You're going to bring some shit up, you better have something back it up.
Yeah, definitely. Or at least give
Like, Kay,
some
if you still mad,
initials.
be mad. You stand in that. But this fake little 48 hours truth, I'm over it. What are y'all fucking doing? Like,
Yeah, I didn't get it. So yeah, I was like, oh, so Jew is who she has that real issue with. And then I was like, I still feel this whole black scenario thing is not that, at least to me on surface. I'm like, it doesn't seem like it should be that big of a deal. Like, I don't understand why you're harping on that for so long. So I just wasn't I wasn't getting it. I mean, I get what she was saying. It sounds like she was planting the stories, meaning, the whole the X and whatever. That part makes a little bit more sense as far as you scheming and plotting behind it. But then why are Portia and Phaedra getting roped in if you felt like it was a Drew thing? Because as you mentioned before, Drew wasn't like cool with all these people before. So why is that becoming the assumption? It was mostly like
right.
on her own and or with Angela. But you're not lumping Angela in. So I'm just like, I'm confused. What? So
Drew is trying to get with Portia because Drew needs some storyline, and she knows if I'm friends with Portia, then my spot is solidified. That's how that happened, and that's how they kind of got in the cahoots. Because if you remember, Portia and Drew won't cool before, and Portia had said some stuff about Drew and her guy, and was lying for a couple scenes ago. So I think what's happening here is Drew and K Michelle had some success before the show, and they are the names, if you will, beyond the show. And Drew now feels like she is intimidated by what K Michelle is bringing, and is like, okay, I'm gonna get with Portia, and Portia already is like, well, I'm the big dog on this show, and you're not about to come on my show and big dog me. So now I'm about to bully you. So now Portia and Drew's coming together. Phaedra over here on the phone because she cool with Phaedra. They cool with Portia. And it's like, all right, I'm there. We kicking. I ain't a part of it for real. but I'ma laugh with y'all on the phone, and if I got some connections, I'ma put them in there. I'ma sneak them in there with y'all, but I ain't in this for real.
Not sneak them in there.
But
Nigga,
low
sneak 'em
key,
in there.
it's Phaedra and Drew
I
teaming
mean,
up because it's like you not about to big boy me and my shit, and I'ma use you, Drew, because Drew, you got some. All right, cool. I got some too. All right, we coming together. This what we got to do.
okay. Definitely, I won't think of none of that. I just was, I guess to some degree, I take things on face value. So I'm just like, and my mind's gonna be thinking in like a scheming way, so I don't really like be getting it. Why are we doing all this extra? I don't understand. I guess I'm too much of a real bitch. If I got something to say to you, I'm gonna try and say it as copacetically as possible so we can get on the same page. But if we can't get there, then I guess we need to just not have this conversation, or one of us, both of us can move past it, but that's what we're gonna do. So
It's the
my brain
history.
literally don't function like that. Like I do not understand. We're doing what? That's why I couldn't be on none of these shows or most
It's
of
the
them, cause
history. Portia's done this before. This is nothing new.
yeah,
Portia's done this before on quite a few people. Candy being one of them, Drew being one of them. She's done this quite a few times.
yeah. I mean, definitely, I will say I can see where Portia's playing games. Um, But your point makes sense though. Like, yeah, you're right that I can see what Portia would want to have definitely show her dominance on the show. Like, I'm the big dog on the show, so I could see that. Which kind of actually makes a little sense why there even was some beef between her and Shamia last season, because Shamia kind of came in with, I won't say that she was the big dog, but kind of the big dog of the new people, because she was the one fans already knew. We already liked her. She has this big, beautiful house. You're friends with one of the other main people on the show. So maybe it was, while Portia's not going to say it out loud, it's the spirit of jealousy going on, and your actions are speaking to that. So I guess that would make sense. And it does make sense where then Drew would be attacking K Michelle, even if it's trying to be in an incognito way, because yeah, in her mind we're on the same level. Now Kay ain't thinking that, because like she said, bitch, you ain't won a award. You got one EP. You can't fuck with me. We not on the same level,
And
so
you
let's
can't.
not act like we are. We're not. You're a songstress. I'm a singer. You an actor, and we both on reality shows. That's about as equivalent as it gets. And why try to compare? But yeah, why not get along with her? Why not? So then we could be in a collab space. That would be the smart thing to do. I'm gonna get cool with you. We're gonna and be natural. And then maybe we
Yeah.
end up getting in the studio. So now I can get some of your peeps. You can get some of my fans. We done did some collab together. That would have been the smart thing to do. But
Yeah.
not everyone is smart
Drew
or thinks
not
in that
smart.
way. So instead we say, huh?
Drew not smart.
Damn. I mean, it is giving not smart. So you're right. That probably is what it is. And you know
Because
what?
this
So
ain't
we
your
got
first season. You should
not at all.
know when to throw your shade and when not to. You came out the gate saying shit like you didn't know K Michelle. It's like, whether you're a fan or not, you're not gonna sit there and say you've never heard of this one.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, whether
Mhm.
it was musically or from the stuff
Shows.
with her and Myth Hicks, you've heard something.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like you said, you could have spent that where y'all could have been in the studio together and all of that. Like, and I am a fan of K Michelle music. I've liked
Yeah.
everything she's put out, from
Mhm.
EPs to albums to everything. Like, I haven't heard nothing from you, Drew. I haven't seen nobody share anything. I'm not going to look for it, because I mean, are you a real fan?
That part.
Like,
Yeah, because it feels like
so
it's giving hobby that you might happen to be good at, versus like this is a passion. Where for K Michelle, no, this is a passion. Like she do this. Like she's doing this reality stuff, but she's a singer and a
And Drew,
songwriter.
you've
That's
been
what she
acting
do.
for a while, sweetie. The first thing I
Yeah.
saw Drew was White Chick.
Oh wow.
Oh,
She
that's
plays
right.
Marlon's wife's friend who comes to the hotel with her.
Oh
Like,
wow.
and what White
Okay.
That's
Chick's like 20 years
right.
old.
Yeah,
I
that
Like
was
was a
gonna
minute ago.
say, I was
the
gonna say the
game.
game when she fucked Derwin was what I was about to say, but
Mm-hmm.
she
Yeah,
was
I
that's
in
remember
true.
that.
that's 20 years old too. That's why I'm
That
like,
is
dude, what you
true.
got going on, girl? Like, you
Well,
don't need to
the
be
new
shading
recent
nobody.
thing I remember, but it still ain't recent, was her enactment of the T-balls and the TLC
Oh
biopic.
yeah,
So she did a good job in that. So I definitely would give her
And she
that. But
did. She did.
to your point, more recent stuff, girl. No, I don't. You still acting? I mean, really, I feel like you're still, besides on the Housewives of Atlanta, are we still acting otherwise? But and they showed the movie that she was in, that they premiered. That maybe that might
The
be what's
one
gonna
she
be on
died in
Tubi.
the first 5 minutes or
Oh,
something.
that's right. They did say she died in the first, but then
Girl,
let her
please.
tell it, I'm getting my bag. Well, you probably get more of a bag if you stay in the movie for a longer period of time. But
That
anywho,
part.
so the last scene, or one of the last scenes we see, Shamia and Angela at this lunch. I don't know what to call it. We're just gonna call it meetup because no food had. I don't even think they got to a drink. They
uh-uh.
sit down. It's a little awkward, and she's like, if you called the lunch, then you should to me be the first one to speak. So I thought it sounded like Angela called Shamia to the lunch. So then you start talking, and then we start with the BS. What I was confused with is, what is the actual beef between Angela and Shamia? Does anyone know?
I don't know, honestly.
I ain't trying to figure that out.
I
I don't
think
get it either.
Shamia is looking at Angela like, Sheree, you're trying to carry bone. You want to be in the middle of everything. What do you have going on
Oh yeah, Angela
besides
definitely
getting in
is.
everybody else's business and killing spiders? Because we saw you killing spiders. Mind you, we ain't heard about Nan house since that first episode. Angela, what do you have going on?
You're right. That right now her role has been the bone carrier. I definitely will agree that she don't have really a storyline this year.
Because I feel like
Besides,
we didn't like it when Sheree did it.
we
Don't know
did
why
it.
you think we're gonna like it that you're doing it.
Definitely
Like,
don't. Yeah, I was confused. I was like, I feel like Angela called Shamia to the lunch to make a scene and to start this, because I feel like Shamia came in like, hey, I feel like she came in for the most part open minded, like, so obviously it was awkward, like we're not cool. So clearly you called this meeting, like, what's this about? It's
Right.
hard to not give that energy. Hey, so what we mean about? And I feel like she started off like, well, do you have a problem with me? It's giving you have a problem with me. So you want to say what the problem is? Because I guess I would say I am a Shamia fan, but I too don't understand. I wouldn't say I'm not an Angela fan. I don't like her role right now. So overall, I don't think Angela's a bad person. I'm not feeling what she's doing this season so far. Like I said, I don't like the you being real messy with it. Like if you're coming genuinely, because I feel like she's trying to put on the facade that is genuine, but it's giving fake. It's giving like
yeah,
you're trying to secure your role by I'm gonna come to hear what this person saying, then run tell that. Because even the shade and the things she was saying during their altercation, if you will, verbal altercation, was like, you're not even saying anything to her. You can tell her she just lay on her back to get her money. What? Like, because between the two of them, to me, Shamia has more legitimate jobs than you, Angela. The only thing supposedly extra you do, I guess you have this fan that you're going to be putting out. Doesn't sound like it's put out. Yeah, you asked Charles to be an investor for that. Besides that, and these houses that have not got yet turned a profit, what is your other business venture, Angela? Can y'all
that
say
part.
what it is?
She don't have one.
No. And the girls were eating. The girls were eating that shit up online. Like, oh, Angela's the new Nene. I was like, how fucking dare you compare Angela to Nene? This is her second
Yeah.
season that's not even finished. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
now
reads
how
are
to
cute,
see the
but I
new
was just like,
Nene.
that read about her laying on her back to get on her feet, whatever it was. I was like, it's fire. I was like, y'all ate that up and she didn't really say anything. Talking about she should have been on here back in the day. We didn't know what Angela was doing back in the day. That's why
Yeah.
she's not. That's why this is her second season. Like I
Yeah.
do like Angela, but I was just like, you're not showing anything. This whole season, honestly, a lot of the girls are not doing anything. And it's very
Yeah.
hard to keep watching because I'm like, y'all have nothing going on.
Yeah.
Kelly's the
I
only one
would.
with an excuse like, hey, I can't really even show my home life
Yeah,
because
true.
my ex-husband won't let me film with the kids. A lot of y'all don't have nothing going on.
Yeah,
Even
I
You
Porsha
still
sitting there
definitely
being
would
like, well, I
agree.
showing
said what I said to get my lick back. Didn't y'all sit at that tea party and call the truth? Why are we still trying to get lick back?
Yeah, I don't know. I just was confused too because I was like, I feel like Angela was trying to make this a scene and she tried to blame Shamil and rile her up because then she started bringing up the Porsche stuff and then mentioning her job. Um, and it didn't make sense. It felt forced, and I was just like, why? I don't get any of this. And then you call her lapdog. You already know, like that was said. Like you're using lines that were already used. You're not even coming up with original material. Um, it just I was confused. So it was like I gave the whole altercation, boo, we don't like it. Thumbs down.
Yeah.
I was very annoyed, like, no. So that was really it. That's the end of what I had for this episode. Did y'all have any other points y'all remember from the show that y'all wanted us to recap or give an overview of?
No, this was a snooze fest, truth
I
be
was
told.
gonna say so. Where did you rate it then, T, for this episode?
I gave it a 6. Like,
Okay. What'd you give it, DJ?
I was gonna say a 5, but okay.
Well, then look, I thought I did go low for me. I gave it a 6.5. I was like, yeah, this definitely giving barely filler episode. We didn't like it. No, send it back. Y'all better come with better energy because we are ending the season. And at this rate, I don't
yeah.
know if I want to even watch the reunion because what y'all gonna be talking about?
We
A
still
whole
gonna be
lot of
talking about the
nothing.
dirty room. Cynthia's still gonna be mad that they kept talking about it. Drew gonna keep saying, huh? What? Me? Like, like, over
Yeah,
it.
it's just. Well, it does look like the next episode is supposed to have something with your boy Dennis is back in the
Dennis
next
getting on my
episode.
nerves too. Now, Porsha,
When
what's
they
up with you
showed
and
them
Dennis?
in the car getting food, I was like, y'all better wrap this shit up. Wrap it up. Because I'm tired of seeing them.
No,
Like,
I was thinking that too. Why are we even getting this scene? Yeah,
We're
I'm
getting a
tired of
lot
seeing
of
because
him
Dennis
no
too.
this
one
season,
has
and I'm trying to
nothing going
understand why.
on. That's why.
Yeah, if they keep this up, I don't know about next season because this ain't it, y'all. We have to bring
It's
Candy back.
not. Please.
I like Candy. Candy's my girl.
Somebody.
She'll
Well,
know
you
it
know,
is,
she
but
ain't coming
Candy,
if
that's
Phaedra's
my
still
She's
on
girl.
not
there.
coming back to this
But
True,
foolishness.
but Phaedra can go. If I had to pick between Candy and Phaedra, Phaedra can go because
because
Phaedra
Candy
definitely
actually be doing stuff.
doing
Candy
shit.
being
Bitch
over
be
here doing
busy.
a play. She opening a store over there.
She on
She
the
doing this
shy,
over there. Like
but the
no
shy
one
is
has
finishing,
nothing
I
going
think, right?
on this season to me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's and she's friends with Shamia, so at least Shamia has another ally too. Since it seems like the whole drama between Portia and Shamia is gonna come up next episode too. So that'll be interesting. Because I feel like for the most part that both Portia and Shamia for this season have done a good job of really just not for the most part speaking on it. Like we can be in spaces we can be cordial. Like it's clearly not gonna be what it was. It just we not there. And I think they're being respectful in that way. I think Shamia's done a good job of shutting shit down whenever people try and talk about it. We're not talking about that. I think she's done a good job. Like, nope, not because I
Yeah.
feel like and I'm guessing Portia's hurt and just don't know how to show it. I feel like Shamia is really actually hurt by the demise of their friendship. But if Portia were to be able to put her big girl panties on and like truly apologize,
Well,
then
that
that
would take too much.
they would be able to get past whatever it is because I don't feel like the beef from what I remember from last season, I don't feel like the beef was really that strong. I think
It wasn't.
Precious started to feel some type of way based on what other people were saying. But if I told you I don't feel that way, then why are you listening to them? Like, I'm confused. And then why are moms being brought into it, especially if the mom stuff, y'all have always known that. So why would now it be an issue? It's
Yeah.
weird that why is that being brought into it now? Because now you're making I don't know, you're making it weird for both of your moms or the families, it seems like as well. So it'll be interesting to see what this next episode is. So hopefully they're gonna come with all the fireworks so they can get above a 7 from y'all for the next episode. Because Tina been saying filler episode the whole season pretty much. I said this is a filler episode. For all the episodes. So hopefully the fillers come into fruition here in the that last episode or however many episodes it'll
Hopefully.
be for the season. But yeah, it can't do this one. This definitely was the bust episode of the season. I didn't care for it and it was whack. So until next week, bye.
Bye.
Bye.